So Brakataya Hawa, Brakataya Shai, Brakataya Hawa, Brakataya Shai, Brakataya Hawa, Brakataya Shai. First and foremost, want to give our praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kwadash, Raka, double honor to the apostles and elders who rule with our great millstone, and a blessed sanitation to the Akiams in the four kind of to pushing the gospel and sincerity into Shalom. Right, this evening I want to touch on this article. Right, to edify the church of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. It's saying murder in Puerto Rico surge as Hurricane Maria recover continue. So they say murder increase. Right, and this is what can come to all these land, especially here in the islands too. You know, here in Trinidad, when this economy collapse, that's what's gonna happen too. Right, the murder gonna increase. You know, raping of homes and all these things gonna increase. Violence gonna increase. Right, because the people are being in a state of confusion. They're not gonna know how to act. Right, and this is exactly we see it in Puerto Rico. We were seeing in Venezuela and all these things, and these things come in. Right, these things come in even to the land of America too. It come in too. Right, so a forensic worker photograph a crime scene where a man was found fatally shot in San Juan, Puerto Rico. He said 32 people have been slain in Puerto Rico in the first 11th day of the year, double the murder killed over the same period in 2017. Right, he said Carolina, Puerto Rico. He said before the sun rose on the first day of 2018, someone called 911 to report the crawled, bullet-riddled body, he said, of a man with a snake-like tattoo on his left hand, lying beside the road in Puerto Rico, town of Baja. Right, he said the next day, two men were found dead with their feet and hands bound in Banamon. Right, he said a working class city southwest of the capital, another man was shot to death before dawn in nearby BJ while trying to stop thieves from stealing his generator. Right, he said 32 people have been slain in Puerto Rico in the first 11 days of the year. He said double the murder killed over the same period in 2017. He said if the surge proved to be more than just a territory built, January could be the most homicidal month of this island, homicidal month on the island in at least 2 years. Right? He said adding a dangerous new element to the island recovery from Hurricane Maria, its worst disaster in decade. Right? He said while numbers of homicide did not immediately spike in the week after the hurricane struck in September, he said 20 police and independent experts say many killings appear at least partly related to its after effects. He said the storm has plunged much of the island into darkness, increased economic hardship, and contribute to its takeout by police. He said all fluid lewdness. What more? Officials say a turf war has broken out among the drugs gang, looking to grab territory after the storm disruption. Right? He said hurricane affect everyone, included criminals, said criminologist Joe Rahul Sifata. He said already bankrupt. The island overwhelmed. The government has fallen behind with millions of dollars in overtime payment owed to police. He said officers who have begun calling in strike. Right, who have been calling in sick in big numbers to protest. He said this sick out has taken taking about 2,000 police officer, 2,000 police off the street each day in a territory that has 13,600 officers. He said it has forced more than a dozen police stations to close for several hours to, to a couple of days during the holiday period because of lack of officer. No arrests have been made in the 32 killing this year, right? So, like I said, this is gonna come. This is gonna come to these islands. They're gonna come to America. This is gonna come to the four corners of the earth, because when this economy collapse, they're not gonna no order, and these police 20,000 officers calling sick because of what they didn't get the payment, right? Because Puerto Rico facing a bankrupt, even before the hurricane hit, they was already in bankrupt, over 90 billion in debts, right? So this will happen to these places when this economy collapse. They're not gonna no order out here, right? They're not gonna order if you don't have the protection of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, you're gonna be caught up. You Jake's gonna be destroyed in these plagues that the Most High gonna send. He said Maria. He said which hit as a Category 4 storm, destroyed much of the island electrical grid. He said for those police on duty, the streets are darker and more dangerous because power had been restored only 60% of customers in the U.S. territory. Drugs gang are fighting to re-establish territory they lost in the disruption from Maria, which pushed thousands from their homes and left the entire neighborhood uninhabitable for weeks, right? So let's touch on this, getting some precept. But this is what gonna happen, right? This is what gonna happen. Is we in some evil time, right? The Most High bringing plague. This Most High gonna judge this place, right? And you tribe of Ephraim, you are Israelites. You Puerto Ricans, you are Israelites, and the Most High judging you two-thirds. You two-thirds gonna be judged in this time, right? The Most High say send this scourge is for amendment. They say take heed and turn back. Cause the Most High is doing this, sending these plagues. The Most High send these plagues, right? It's the Most High send it. This is Jeremiah. I'm gonna say quick. This Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah chapter 30, Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 12. He said, "For thus said the Lord, thy bruise is incurable, and thy wound is grievous." Yes, speaking to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you Puerto Rican. The Most High said, thy bruise is incurable, and thy wound is grievous. Yeah, because he said they are all in darkness. The food shortage, poverty, crime increasing, right? It can get worse. There's no chance the thing get better. They can just get worse, right? Verse 13, he said, "There is none to plead thy cause." There is none to plead thy cause, because Puerto Rico is a territory, is a state of the U.S. and these devils can help Puerto Rico. They could put back a light, get back everything in order. They could do it, but they are the devil. They're not gonna do it, right? He said, "There is none to plead thy cause." He said, "that thou mayest be bound up." He said, "Thou hast no healing medicine." Yeah, they have no healing medicine. The crime will get worse. They're gonna get worse and worse and worse and worse. And they come this same thing coming to America when the economy collapse. Coming here in the islands in Trinidad, all the parts of the Barbados, Jamaica, you name it, Guyana, going into South America. It already happening in Venezuela. It can go wherever way Jake is, this plague coming to you, right? You two are gonna feel it, because I refuse to turn back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? He said, there is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. Thou hast no healing medicine. All thy lover have forget thee, all your lover forget thee, because Jesus didn't come and help you. Y'all love to worship the white Jesus. We'll go back to Semiramis Christus, which go back to Ptolemy's Solar, right? Which go back to worshiping the white man, right? And a lot of you Puerto Rican worship who follow Roman Catholic the tradition, right? He said, all thy lovers have forgotten thee. He said they seek thee not. Yeah, they ain't seek thee, they're not helping y'all right now. He said, for I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy. So the Most I say he wound you, Ephraim, which is Puerto Rico, with a wound of an enemy. And this coming to you Judites, right? Coming to you tribes. It's you two who refuse to turn back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. This coming to you too. You see what I'm to Asher, which is the tribe in Venezuela. We see what's going on with them, right? He said, I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy. He said, with the chastisement of a cruel one, for the multitude of thy iniquity, for the multitude of your sin. That's why these people getting judged. The Most High put these people to death, right? You see, because of thy sins, he said, because thy sins were increased. Why criest thou for thine affliction? Thy sorrow is incurable, for the multitude of thy iniquity. Because thy sin were increased, I have done these things unto thee. So the Most High see done these things unto thee, right? This is the Most High doing these things, right? The Most High judging the children of Israel. The Most High said, judgment begin at the house of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian. That's why you hear this word. You gotta repent and turn back to your power, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, right? So it's the Most High doing that, right? This is Hosea chapter 5, verse 1. He said, I know Ephraim and Israel is not hide from me. Yeah, you are not hide from the Most High. You Puerto Rican from the tribe of Ephraim, right? He said, from now, O Ephraim, thou committed whoredom, and he said, and Israel is defiled. Yeah, they commit whoredom, because a lot of you Puerto Rican follow Christianity, you know, in Roman Catholic, some of you in Islam, so you're committing whoredom by what? Going on to these other doctrine, worshiping these false god, right? Because the children of Israel, we are the Most High woman, right? The Most High see liking the daughter of Zion to be a comely and delicate woman. So when we go and worship other gods, we committing whoredom, committing adultery, right? So he said, I know Ephraim and Israel is not hide from me. For now, O Ephraim, thou committed whoredom, and Israel is defiled. He said, they will not frame their doing, nor turn unto their power. Yeah, because you so-called Puerto Ricans was celebrating Christmas. You was celebrating New Year. So will not frame from your wickedness. You will frame from your, the Most High send American for scourge you, where you didn't turn from your wickedness. You still celebrate Christmas. You still celebrate New Year, right? You are still worshiping the white Jesus, which go back to Serapis Christus, right? You understand? So the Most High say you don't frame from your wickedness, right? He said they will not frame their doing to turn unto their power, so they're not turning back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And I got brothers in Puerto Rico preaching this word. And a lot of you were scoffers. A lot of you is scoffers, right? He said, for the spirit of whoredom is in the midst of them. Yes, spirit of whoredom in the midst of them. Like I said just now, they were celebrating Christmas still and New Year's, right? He said, and they have not known the Lord Yahweh. They don't know Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, your creator. Verse 5, he said, and the pride of Israel do testify to his face. Therefore shall Israel and Ephraim fall in their iniquity. And as we've seen in Puerto Rico, they're going to fall in iniquity. You know, Hurricane Maria, you know, they fall in iniquity, they're in darkness, they're in poverty, they're hungry, they're getting gunned down in the street, they're going to fall in their iniquity, right? Judah also shall fall with them. Judah, you so-called Negroes, right? You North American, West Indian, Asian, it coming on this side too. The same thing they see it coming on this side too. You two-thirds going to get judged, because you hear this word and you refuse it, right? You're gonna get judged, right? Most are gonna judge you, right? And the same thing coming to America when the economy collapse, coming into the islands too, right? Because you refuse to turn back to your power, you refuse to turn back to your Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? This is Second Ezra chapter 15 verse let me see, we'll start at verse 4. He said, for all the unfaithful shall die in the unfaithfulness. Yeah, for all unfaithful shall die in the unfaithfulness. You two-thirds who refuse to turn back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, who refuse to seek Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and do we say? Right? He said, verse 5, behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. This we see happening in Puerto Rico right now, in Venezuela. And these islands will get destroyed with these hurricanes. Last year, like Dominica and all these places, Bermuda, the Most High wipe out these islands. Right? The Most High said, behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And this will come into wherever you jakes dwell in. This is we seen it come in. Right? Verse 6, he said, for wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their harmful works are fulfilled. And the harmful works are fulfilled. Right? So the Most High said He's gonna bring these judgment on Israel. Right? Because they refuse to turn back unto him. Right? So He's gonna bring these things on Israel. Right? Let's check this one real quick and close off with this one. Right? This is second Ezra chapter 8 verse 50. He said, for many great misery shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. And this is going to happen to you Israelites, especially you two-thirds Israelites. Because y'all walk in great pride, y'all hearing this word and y'all don't want to repent and turn back. Right? The Most High sent these plagues as a scourge for amendment. If you see where you're going wrong and turn back. But you two-thirds not taking heed, y'all take this for granted. Right? So the Most High said great misery. And great misery gonna be done in Puerto Rico. And this is just this scourge we've seen is just it's gonna increase more. It's gonna increase more and get worse than that. Right? It's gonna get worse, right? Because this judgment, the Most High said, judgment shall begin at his house, which is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian, right? Judgment is gonna begin at his house, right? So you gotta take heed, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American. You need to take heed and turn back to your true power, right? Turn back to your true power, right? This is Second Ezra chapter 15 verse 24. He said, woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, said the Lord. Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments. Right? Because you Puerto Rican was still celebrating Christmas. You hearing that Christmas is a pagan holiday. You hear that New Year is a pagan, going back to these Romans. Right? But yet they are still being wicked. You hearing that Christianity is man-made tradition. The Roman Catholic is man-made tradition. But you are still following these things and reject to keep the Most High commandments. He said, I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children, from the power. Defile not my sanctuary. Right? He said, for the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore deliver he to them unto death and destruction. This we seeing in Puerto Rico right now. Venezuela, like I said, this coming to America, this coming to the islands, everywhere where you Israelites live in. This coming, you two-thirds who refuse to turn back unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, who refuse to acknowledge that you're an Israelite, want to call yourself African, want to call yourself Christian, want to call yourself Rastafarian. These judgments coming to you. If you don't take heed and repent and turn back, you're going to get caught up in these plagues. Right? He said, for the Lord Yahweh knoweth all them that sin against him. Yeah, you refuse to acknowledge your sin and you refuse to turn back. Yeah, we all fall short of the glory. But you gotta repent. You gotta acknowledge where you fuck up and turn back. That's what the Most High want you to do. Acknowledge you're wrong and turn back to him. Right? So he said, for the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, therefore deliver he them unto death and destruction. For now the plagues come upon the whole earth, and he shall remain in them. For the power shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him. So the Most High not going to deliver you to thirds. You're going to be destroyed. Right? You're going to be destroyed if you don't repent. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian. And with that, hope this video is edifying. I want to give our praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders who rule well a great millstone. And a blessed sanitation to the Akiums and the folk and the earth to push in the gospel and sincerity and truth. Shalom.